Hello, Kingswood, and today we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, like Thanksgiving baskets, the Kingswood Youth Center, our normal segments like entertainment, music, and sports, music theater's Mamma Mia, and a brand new segment that is sure to make you laugh. All of that and more after this intro.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Elliot Giesler.
And I'm Lauren Gilbert.
How's your day been going so far, Lauren?
Pretty good. It's about 7:40 in the morning, so it can't be too bad right now.
It's pretty early, so let's not speak too soon. All right, let's get to the news. We're going to be returning to our traditional format for staff and students to participate in a collection of Thanksgiving Day baskets. For the challenge, whichever classroom collects the most items and produces the most completed baskets will win. The Student Council will generously be supplying 30 turkeys thanks to the generosity of Harvest Markets. This event takes place from November 1st through November 18th. For the collection of items, A-Block teachers have the most important role in having them collected, but there's no reason to limit this just towards your A-Block classes. For more information, please talk to your teachers. And speaking of food, here is Culinary Connections once again.
I'm Pat Brito, chef instructor at Lake Region Technology Center, and I'm here with Melody, and she's going to show you how to build a dessert harvest nacho. Melody?
Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is get your tortilla chips by cutting some flour tortillas into eighths and frying them until they're golden. Then you're going to want to thoroughly coat them in cinnamon sugar, and you can just set that aside for a few moments and let it cool. Now over here, I have a pan going, and I'm going to turn up the heat and add a little bit of butter to my slightly warmed up pan. And now I'm going to add my fruit, and in this bowl I have cranberries, apples, and pears, and I have soaked my cranberries in water because I am currently using dried. So I'm just going to cook these until they're tender. So once they're nice and slightly tender, I'm going to add 2 normal spoonfuls of granulated sugar. And I'm going to cook that until you can't see the granules of sugar anymore and a thick syrup forms on the bottom of the pan.
That looks very colorful. Do you think we're going to have this dessert in a restaurant, Melody?
I hope we have it in the restaurant, actually, because it's quite fun to make and it'd be a cool experience to interact with our guests.
Nice.
Okay, I'm now going to tilt my pan. I'm going to take my brandy and I'm going to just pour it in and let the flame go. I'm going to let it be for a few moments until the flame dies down, because once the flame is gone, that means there's no alcohol left.
She's under close supervision, folks.
So now I'm going to start building while the flame over there dies off. So per serving, I normally get about 2 to 3 layers. So my first layer consists of my fruit, a brown sugar glaze.
I'll hold that for you.
Thank you.
And I'll spoon it off for you.
Thank you. Another layer of chips.
And some fruit. Beautiful.
Thank you. And I think after I put this glaze on, it's going to be my final layer. So I'm just going to add the rest of my chips and my fruit.
And I'm going to top it. And while Melody's finishing it with her glaze and her chocolate ganache, I'm going to explain. Please come into the restaurant. We're open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from noon to 1:30. Our phone number is 569-2922, and we're open by reservations only. Give us a call. The kids are really excited to see you. Thank you.
Didn't that look so good, Elliot?
I'm just glad she was under close supervision.
Me too, me too. Registration for winter sports is finally open. If you're currently interested in participating in winter sports, registration can be done all online. The website is www.kingswoodathletics.org. Tryout dates will be posted in the near future. And now, speaking of sports, here's sports with Elliot Giesler.
was that guy at the desk? Anyway, welcome back to the Night Watch Sports segment. I'm still your host, Elliot Giesler, and we got some big stuff this week. We have reached the halfway point of the NFL season, and things still don't really make sense. Remember how I raved about the Bengals last week? Yeah, they just lost to the Jets this weekend. Yikes. The Buccaneers lost to the Saints, and the Saints didn't have their starting quarterback. I don't know anymore, man. At least one thing still makes sense. The Lions haven't won yet. 0-17, baby. Here we come. But, yeah, okay, I know what y'all actually want to hear about. Yes, by some act of God, the Patriots managed to beat the Chargers 27-24. And to be honest, it never even felt that close. I don't know quite what it was, but even when LA had the lead, it never felt like they were going to actually control the game. It may have had something to do with the fact that I just saw them get punched in the mouth by Baltimore, but even then, with a quarterback as good as Justin Herbert, it feels like they should be better, but they just can't quite get it right. On the Patriots side of things, Mac Jones played pretty well, good enough to win, so I'll take it. The defense gave up a few big runs, but they got some turnovers to offset that. Speaking of which, the Giesler MVP of the week goes to Adrian Phillips, who you're seeing on the screen now. He had 2 crucial interceptions for the Pats last Sunday. Keep it up, boys. Nice performance. Well, it's over. On Wednesday night, Game 6 of the World Series wrapped up, leaving the Braves as world champions of Major League Baseball. Climb back into the garbage can, Astros. Turns out it's a lot harder to win when you don't know what pitch is coming, huh? Get out of town, you frauds. Shout out to Atlanta for finally not choking a lead and breaking their over 2-decade-long title drought. By the way, this is their first league win in one of the 4 major sports since 1995. You made us all proud, fellas. Thank you. Moving to the NBA. I've been dreading this one. Hey, Celtics. What was that? I know our schedule hasn't been easy per se, but 3-6? I mean, it's a long season, but come on, guys. We have 2 all-star level 2-way wings, an all-defensive point guard, a former 6th man of the year, and an up-and-coming defensive centerpiece in Robert Williams, and we can't make that work? Blowing a 14-point lead at home? Getting outscored 39-11 in the 4th quarter? They have to be better than that. Come on. Look, I'm not expecting the 96 Bulls, but it would be nice if you could at least be, I don't know, the 2019 Celtics? It feels like there's no cohesion between these guys, and yet the core is still largely the same, other than, like, a couple pickups here and there. Were we really relying on Dennis Schroeder returning to 2019 form that badly? And look, I know what Marcus Smart said wasn't exactly the nicest way of getting his point across, but you have to ask yourself, is he at all wrong? I don't think he is. This team has major problems, and I fear that their window is closing. Pick it up, boys. Okay, fine, I'll say something about hockey. The Bruins have started their season all right, you know. They're 4-3 as of the time we're recording this, and they would have played the Red Wings yesterday as of the time that you're seeing it. The general idea that I'm getting is that they'll be a good, not great playoff team, but unfortunately, I think they are going to need something big if they want to really break through to contention and try to compete with the big guys, and I'm just not sure that's coming anytime soon. But hey, long season. Prove me wrong, fellas. That's all I got. Thanks for tuning in, Kingswood. Now back to Lauren and that other weirdo in the studio.
Wow, whoever that guy was sure got into that.
I don't like him. Anyway, the Kingswood Youth Center is a positive place for 7th through 12th graders who can hang out with friends, play games, relax, and have fun. You can fill out a permission form at thekyc.org or email info@thekyc.org or fill it out physically and turn it into the main office. How do I get to the KYC, you may ask? The KYC staff pick up students in front of the Kingswood Arts Center. You do need to be picked up by a parent or guardian Monday through Wednesday, but on Thursdays, you can take the bus home. It's all free. Yes, that's right, free. I don't have a good segue for this, so now we're going to Lauren with entertainment.
Hey, Kingswood! Welcome back to Entertainment News with your host, Lauren Gilbert. I bet you're wondering what could possibly be in store for today. So let me tell you all about it. Ed Sheeran came to Instagram to tell his fellow Gingers, fans, that he has come down with COVID-19. He then takes to the news to say that Elton John has called him every single day since this announcement. Hopefully when Ed is out of quarantine, Elton John will write a new song titled Ed's Still Standing. Will Ferrell has decided to ruin our childhoods and not take on the sequel of Elf, even after being offered $29 million. He claims that it would look slightly pathetic if I tried to squeeze back into the elf tights. Buddy the middle-aged elf. So true, Will Ferrell. Mark Zuckerberg is trying to change Facebook's name to Meta. If you ask me, it sounds like he's trying to copy the whole Musical.ly to TikTok scenario. Do something different, man. We've already seen this. Here are some things that you can look forward to streaming on Netflix in November. The hilarious and popular Big Mouth is renewed for a 5th season. Viewer discretion is advised. The hair-raising When a Stranger Calls that will make you sure to never answer your phone or babysit if you already don't want to. Jonas Brothers Family Roast is sure to make you cackle as you watch the Jonas Brothers just constantly roast your favorite celebrities. And last but most certainly not least, you guessed it, Carol Baskin could be seen yet again in Tiger King Season 2. In today's movie review, I'll be telling you about one of my all-time favorite movies, The Lovely Bones, directed by Peter Jackson. Saoirse Ronan takes on the lead role of Susie Salmon in this thrilling movie that takes place sometime in the 1970s. This movie is based on the perspective of the 14-year-old girl Susie, who is killed while walking home from school. As you are watching the movie, you are not only watching Susie make her way through the in-between after she dies, but you're also watching Susie's family try and figure out who did this to her, all while watching her serial killer go about his life. This movie will have you, or at least had me, in tears and in total suspense. I'd rate this movie a whopping 10 out of 10. You can be the judge of that, and can stream this movie on Amazon Prime and Netflix. That is all for today, folks. I think it's safe to say that I've learned to never make a sequel, no matter how badly a movie needs one, and Mark Zuckerberg is trying a little too hard to be hip. Once again, I'm Lauren Gilbert, and I'm signing out. If you ask me, I'd say whoever that girl is an absolute wild card. I love her. And speaking of wild cards, this segment is sure to be one. Next up, we have Dad Jokes with Jaden Bronk.
I'm doing pretty fine. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Since I've had a rough morning, do you want to hear some dad jokes?
Sure, I'm down.
All right, let's get for the first one. Well, a few years ago, I used to be addicted to soap, but it looks like I'm clean now.
Wow, that was really bad.
Oh, well, if that wasn't bad, then I made a joke about chemistry, but it didn't get a reaction.
That was another really, really bad one.
Why doesn't... Oh, wait, I have a question. Why does Peter Pan never stop flying?
What? Why does he never stop flying? I don't know.
'Cause he never lands.
Oh, no.
Well, I told my friend earlier that his car looks fire, but the muffler looks exhausted.
Where do you come up with these?
My brain. Oh, also, would you give a sick lemon?
Sick lemon?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lemonade.
Why? No.
Because you have to get a first aid kit. Back to Lauren.
We have lost Devin.
Thank you, Jaden. Anyways, I'm so sorry about last week's music theater program, but we got a little interrupted. So here's an extra important announcement we think...
Breaking news, the field reporter Ty just got in. Back on the case. How was your weekend, Ty?
Well, it was good. I mean, I didn't do that much, however.
Well, that doesn't really surprise me. Did you cry yourself to sleep like usual, Ty? Anyways, what's the scoop?
All right, there it is. Well, I see the chemistry room has been experiencing a shortage of chemicals as of late. Foul play may be involved. What was that?
Oh, I just brought hand sanitizer from home.
I don't believe you.
Wow, where did all these come from?
Well, folks, we may have cracked the case here. Wide open, some would say.
Oh, no, I was just messing with you.
Okay. I suppose you may not be the culprit. Anyways. So we first heard about this incident
When did I ask?
You just did, you numbskull!
Did I? I must have forgot because it's not that important.
Oh, you think this is so easy, you... Well, would you look at that? Looks like we cracked the case.
You know what? Why don't you pour that into your eyes?
Why would I... You know what? I'm out of here. I hate you.
Oh wow, he's gone. Looks like I owe someone $10. I thought you'd leave sooner. To the next time for... Ugh. Wow, you're even uglier in person. Listen, here you go. All right, our field agents have quit. All right. Are you interested in learning about service academies and ROTC scholarships? Meet with representatives from West Point, Naval Academy, Air Force Academy, as well as Army and Air Force ROTC. Saturday, November 13th, from 1 to 4 at the Wolfboro Town Hall. If you have any questions, make sure to call Paul Vivian at 703-798-8978 or email him at paulhv@aol.com. And now we will be going to Roberto Lebrec for Music Corner.
Yes, just by the look at the green screen background, you already know what's about to go down. Play the intro! Hello Kingswood and welcome back to Music Corner. I'm your host, Bobby Lebrec. And this week we will be talking about another musical artist today. And since the Mamma Mia thing is currently going on right now, I will be talking about a group that of course inspired the musical, and that is ABBA. ABBA is a Swedish pop group formed in Stockholm in 1972. This group consists of 8 studio albums, which are Ring Ring, Waterloo, Self-Titled, Arrival, ABBA, The Album, Voulez-Vous, Super Trooper, The Visitors, and their surprisingly soon-to-be-released album after 40 years, and I found this out, their album Voyage, which will soon be released on the 5th of November, so we're not that far away from listening to their newest release. I'm quite frankly surprised they are making a new album. The band consists of four members, but to be honest, I cannot pronounce their names except for Benny, so yeah, I wish I could, but whatever. Now I would like to share one of my favorite songs by them, which is Lay All Your Love on Me from the album Super Trooper. Enjoy. Incredible, right? Also, did you know that Ubisoft, yes, the game company, made a game dedicated to ABBA, which is a Just Dance spin-off called ABBA You Can Dance. And that's how I discovered the band and their music. The game came out on November 15, 2011, and it consists of 25 songs by the group themselves. Damon, take notes.
Gaming news is my job. I'm taking my hat back.
Anyways, well, Kingswood, that'll have to do it for me this week. Thank you so much for joining me on this new episode of Music Corner. And now back to Lorian and Elliot in the studio.
Thank you, Randall. I am Lorian, and I am in fact a big fan of ABBA myself.
Speaking of ABBA, are you looking for fun to add to your schedule? Well, we got just the thing for you. Kingswood Theater invites you to attend the new production of Mamma Mia on November 19th, 20th, and the 21st at the Kingswood Art Center, featuring yours truly. Tickets will be sold online at www.kingswoodtheater.org, ahead of time only to allow for appropriate social distancing precautions to be put in place. We hope to see you there. And now we're going to play you out with a clip of the cast singing Dancing Queen. I'm Lauren Gilbert.
And I'm Elliot Giesler.
And we are signing out.
with a bit of rock music, everything is fine.